Hello everyone, welcome to ZyNerd NEET UG channel. If this is the first time that you are coming to our channel, please subscribe to the channel. We also have a Telegram group for instant query clarification. You can also join that. The link is in the description. So in this video, we are going to look at the admit card details, how to download, how to get it ready for your examination. Let's get started. So this is the NEET website, NEET NTA website. So in this website, you can see that the notification has come out for the admit card. So release of admit card for candidates of NEET UG 2023. And we have also have a download admit card button. Okay, so you have to go to this download admit card. You will be redirected to an external website. Click on OK. So this is the website to download the admit card. You have to put in your application number, date of birth, security pin. So the security pin is nothing but this captcha here. So look at this captcha and type it in and click on submit. So once this process is done, you will be able to download the admit card. So this is the admit card that we have already downloaded. So in the admit card, you can see the basic details that are given here. Some of the fields are blurred out, but these information should be available on your admit card. Okay. So here you can see the photograph is here. This is the same photograph that you have uploaded on your application form along with the signature. You'll be also be seeing a barcode and serial number here. There are some test details here. The question paper medium that you have selected for your application form will be given here. Then the entry time. So the entry into the examination center will start from 11 AM. So you can assemble at the examination center and report there from 11 AM onwards. This is the gate closing time for the center. Is 1:30 PM. After 1:30 PM, candidates will not be allowed into the examination hall. Okay, so this 1:30 PM is the last time for reporting there. Next is timing of test. So the exam time is from 2 PM to 5:20 PM. So here you can see the test center, that the test center number is here. So along with the number, you can see the test center name and address. So whichever center that you have selected will show up here. Just make sure that this address that you see matches along with the test center, and be careful that you don't mistake this address for some other address. So always check with other people before going to the test center. So this is the self-declaration. Under self-declaration, you can see there is a candidate photo area. So when you download this admit card and you print it, you can fix your passport size photo in this area. Okay, and there is also a space for left hand thumb impression. So your left hand thumb impression should go here. So when you're giving your left hand thumb impression on the paper, make sure your finger is in a horizontal position and you can press it. So it has to be like this. Okay, has to be this side. So the third box is the candidate signature. So after left hand thumb impression is the candidate signature. Here it says that to be signed on the day of the examination in the presence of invigilator only. Okay, so 3 fields are given here. Please note, this is very important. So these 2 fields, your candidate photo and left hand thumb impression, can be prepared before reaching the center. So here it said before reaching the center, but the third one, the candidate signature, your signature must be signed only on the day of the examination in the presence of the invigilator. So on the day of the examination, the invigilator will tell you to sign in this area. Only then you will have to sign here. Okay, so these two are the points. So next we go to the next page. So this is the page number 2. This is the second page of the admit card. Here they have said, please paste the candidate's postcard size photo, which is 4 inches into 6 inches photograph. You can paste the postcard size photo here. This photograph should be the same as the photograph that you have uploaded on the application form. Same as uploaded on the application form. Okay, so here bottom some information are given. So here you can see that date of examination is given. Then So here you can see that the date of examination is given, the timing is given, and roll number, candidate's name, application number, father's name is given. So here it says invigilator signature. So invigilator signature, they will sign this area during the examination in the examination hall. This is candidate signature. This will also be signed at the examination center. So your signature should be done here at the examination center. So there are some instructions given here. Let's go through it. So the candidates should paste the latest colored postcard size photo. That we have already seen this. Postcard size photo must be fixed. Then invigilator should ensure that photograph and signature on this page should match with the photograph and signature of the candidate on page 1 of the admit card. So page 1 of the admit card, we already saw that candidate's photo and signature is here, right? So they are saying this photo and signature should match with. So we are going to the here, yes. So the photograph and signature on this page here, the photograph and signature on this page should match with the photograph and signature of the page 1. Okay, the candidate is to sign across the photograph on the left side. So your invigilator will ask you to sign on the photograph during the examination. You will have to make a signature on the photograph. The invigilator should sign across the photograph on the right side. So candidate, so when you're putting the your photograph is being pasted here, candidate should sign on the left side of the photograph and invigilator should sign on the right side of the photograph. That's what they're saying. Okay, it is mandatory for the candidate to bring this page of the admit card with pasted photograph. If he or she doesn't bring this, then he or she will not be allowed to sit in the examination hall. So when you're taking the admit card, download the admit card, take few printouts and staple the admit card, okay? And you'll have to, when you're going to the examination hall, take the complete admit card. All the 3 pages should be taken to the examination hall. That's what they're saying. And also you should have a pasted photograph. It is mandatory to hand over this to the invigilator. So you will have to hand this over to the invigilator during the exam. Okay. So next we go to the important points for candidates. A lot of points are there. We'll go through it quickly. So the candidate must reach the center at the time indicated against reporting or entry time at the center in the admit card. Okay. What does this mean? So we already saw reporting or entry time. So that timing was given as 11 a.m. Okay. So 11 a.m. onwards you can report at the center. No candidate shall be permitted to enter the center after the gate closing time. So gate closing time is 1:30. After 1:30, candidates will not be allowed inside the hall. No candidate shall be permitted to leave the examination room or hall before the end of the examination. Examination end time is 5:20. Okay. So after 5:20, before 5:20, candidates will not be allowed to come out of the examination hall. 4th point, on completion of the examination, please wait for instructions from the invigilator and do not get up from your seat until advised. Candidates will be permitted to move out one at a time only. On completion of the examination, after the exams are completed, the invigilator will give you instructions to move out of the hall. Until then, do not get up from your seat. The candidates will be allowed to move out only one at a time. Only one at a time they will be allowed to go out. Okay. Candidates are required to download and carefully read all the instructions given with the admit card and strictly adhere to it. Okay. 6th point, this admit card consists of 3 pages. Like I said, there are 3 pages in this admit card. So all these pages should be downloaded and printed and taken to the examination hall. That's what they're saying. 7th point, the admit card is provisional and subject to eligibility conditions. So they have given you the admit card, but you should also be eligible for the NEET exam to participate in the exam. So 8th point, candidates are advised to verify the location of the examination venue a day in advance so that they do not face any problem on the day of the exam. So one day before the examination, please check the examination venue and make sure it is the correct venue, and you are familiar with the venue, you know where it is. Please check with few people so that you don't go to the wrong venue. Okay. The ninth is, if candidates are wearing religious or customs attire, then they'll have to visit the center early for checking. So earlier we had already checked in the prospectus saying that if someone is wearing religious clothes or customary clothes, they have to report at least 2 hours before the reporting time to get them checked and verified. 10th point, no candidate will be allowed to enter the examination center without admit card, valid ID proof, proper frisking. So without admit card, so this 3 pages of the admit card are required for entering the examination hall. Then there is valid ID proof. So we'll look at little later what the valid ID proof is. So ID proof should be an original ID proof. Okay. Frisking through handheld metal detector will be carried out without physical touch. So they have a handheld metal detector. So this metal detector will be used for frisking and will be carried out without physical touch. So next is point number 11. Candidates will be permitted to carry only the following items into the examination hall. These are the only items that candidates can take into the examination hall. Okay. So first is a transparent water bottle. So you can take a water bottle, but make sure it's transparent. Transparent means it has to be see-through. Okay. Second is additional photograph should be taken for the attendance sheet. Okay. So this additional photograph it should be the same as the one that you have uploaded in the application form. Third is a hand sanitizer. You can take a hand sanitizer, a small one, you can take it to the examination hall. Fourth is a admit card. So admit card along with self-declaration, this is what we saw in the first page, and also the postcard size photograph we saw in the second page should be downloaded from the NTA website, and it should be printed on a A4 size paper. The fifth point is, before reaching the examination center, the candidates must enter the required details in the undertaking in the eligible handwriting. So in this admit card format, we don't have to enter any details or write any details. Here they have asked only to fix the photograph, and they've asked to put your left hand finger impression. Okay, only these two, and PWD certificate and scribe related documents. So if you're a PWD candidate, you want to bring along a scribe, or if you're bringing someone and the scribe document will be there, so that document was also required. Now we go to 12th point. A candidate should put their signature and paste their photograph at the appropriate place. So wherever they've asked to put your signature and the photograph, you have to do it, and they should ensure that the left hand thumb impression is clear and not smudged. Point number 13, candidate must carry any of the original and valid. So it should be original and it should be a valid photo ID proof. Okay. So let's look at what all ID proofs are allowed. So PAN card is allowed, driving license is allowed, voter ID is allowed, 12th class admit card is allowed, your passport, Aadhaar card with photograph, e-Aadhaar card. So they have given a lot of ID cards which are allowed. So it has to be a photo ID card, and all other IDs, photocopies, even if attested or scanned photo, will not be considered. So apart from these ID proofs that they have given, other ID proofs will not be accepted. Okay, now let's look at the 14th point. Okay. So the PWD candidates must bring a PWD certificate issued by, so PWD candidate must bring a PWD certificate issued by the competent authority. So before the exam, during the application form filling, you would have gotten a PWD certificate from your district medical college or medical hospital. That can be brought if claiming a relaxation under PWD. The scribe will be provided by the NTA only if requested. On the application form, if you had requested for a scribe, then NTA will provide a scribe. The facility of a scribe will be given only in case of a physical limitation. So only if there is a physical limitation, a scribe will be provided, and it should be certified. It should be certified in the aforesaid format, whichever is applicable. So when you get the disability certificate, it should be mentioned in the disability certificate what disability you have. If you are a candidate who is not able to write the exam, then the scribe facility will be given to you. Okay, and they have also said so certified in the format given the bulletin by the CMO, civil surgeon, medical superintendent of the government healthcare institution. Compensatory time of 1 hour and 5 minutes. So we already saw this in the application form. A compensatory time of 1 hour and 5 minutes will be given for the candidates who have this disability, who have a physical limitation to write, whether they use a facility of the scribe or not. Okay, let's go to the 15th point. Candidates are not allowed to carry any personal belongings. Not allowed to carry any personal belongings, including electronic devices, mobile phones, your smart watches, smart bands, your digital watches are not allowed. We have also done a separate video on banned items or barred items. You can also take a look at the video to get a better idea on what are the barred items, what are banned, what you shouldn't bring to the examination hall. Examination officials will not be responsible for safe upkeep of personal belongings. So if you bring any personal belongings, the examination authorities are not responsible for it. Candidates are advised to follow the dress code. So we have also done a separate video on the dress code. Please check it out. Shoes, footwear with thick soles are not allowed. Shoes are not allowed. Footwear with thick soles are not allowed. Garments with large buttons are not allowed. Okay. So these are points that are given. Blank paper sheets for rough work will not be provided, or you shouldn't bring it to the examination hall. The exam booklet will have an area for rough work. You have to do your rough work only in the provided space in the test booklet. Okay. So your admit card. So the admit card that we have seen, the 3 pages of the admit card should be filled and handed over to the invigilator. At the examination center. No candidate should adopt any unfair means or indulge in unfair examination practices at the examination center. If they find that you are doing any unfair practices, your candidature for 3 years you will be barred from writing NEET exam for another 3 years. So candidates should not indulge in any unfair means. Okay. The examination centers also have CCTV and they are equipped with jammers to prevent such malpractice. Point number 20, on completion of the test, candidates must hand over the OMR sheet, both original and office copy. So there is a original OMR and bottom there is a office copy. So whatever you mark on the original will also be marked on the office copy. So both the original and office copy should be handed over to the invigilator. Hand over the OMR sheet, both original and office copy, to the invigilator, and take away only the test booklet. So all the candidates will be given a test booklet that they can take it. The OMR sheet should be handed over to the invigilator. It will be the responsibility of the candidate to also ensure that the OMR sheet submitted by him or her carries her signature. Okay, so important point, your OMR sheet should also have your signature. Point number 21. So if you have any doubts, or if you're waiting for more updates regarding the NEET exam, please keep checking the NTA websites regularly. So these are the NTA websites. You can go to this NTA website and check it. And they should also check their mailbox on the registered email. So candidates, you would have given an email ID during the application form registration. Please keep checking the email ID. In case if they send any updates to your email ID. Same thing with your SMS. Keep whatever number you have given for the application form, keep it active for latest updates. For any other clarification, you can write to this email ID or call their helpline. Okay, so yes, so this completes the update. So I'll just go quickly through what all needs to be filled. So here you can see that in this is the self-declaration undertaking. So in this space you have to fix your passport size photo, has to be fixed here, and the left hand thumb impression. Okay, so your left hand thumb impression should be here. So should be like this. Okay, your left hand thumb impression should be made on the space. This space, leave it empty, because this has to be signed on the day of the examination in the presence of the invigilator only. Okay, so only in the front of your invigilator you will have to make the signature, so leave this empty. Next, the second page, you will have to note this is a passport size photo. You'll have to fix your passport size photo here. Sorry, this is a postcard size photo. You'll have to fix your postcard size photo here. And here, this is also invigilator signature. Okay, don't forget and sign it here. This invigilator will sign it. And here, candidate signature, but it says that it should be signed on the examination day in the presence of invigilator. So one thing you have to keep in mind is, see all the signatures, don't do any signatures on the admit card. All the signatures should be done only at the examination center. Okay, so this completes our breakdown of the admit card. So if you have any other queries regarding the admit card, please drop a comment below. We'll do our best to answer all your queries. Consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. Thank you, and we'll see you on our future videos.